Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Tales from Alheim. I am joined by your normal folk, i.e., me, Sir Duffy.
When you call us normal folk, that kind of hurts our feelings.
A little bit.
There's nothing normal about us.
I mean, I guess not. And speaking of us, we have Mr. Zero.
Howdy.
And we do have a special guest tonight, and it is the one and only Mr. fucking Coffee Horse.
Yo, what's up?
How's it going, sir? How you doing?
It's going good. It's going good. I'm here to tell some scary stories.
We ready to get spooky with it?
Yeah.
Na 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 na.
I'm always spooky. My house is fucking spooky.
That was kind of my parents' house growing up. Their house was spooky as shit. I've heard some people say they've experienced some weird shit here, but I never have.
The house I grew up in was haunted by a cowboy ghost. It was very weird. At night, you just hear Spurs walking down the hallway.
Hey, my mom had a house in Mexico, that same thing. Supposedly some dude died there, but he hid like money. So when he like passed away, everybody's looking for it, and then they'd say that they'd see like a shadow. It'd be like a dude with a cowboy hat. I was like, oh, fancy.
I never opened my door when I heard the Spurs. I didn't dare to.
Good fucking call, my guy. Good call.
Your dad was just really into cosplay.
He might have been. I don't know. But I didn't dare open the door.
that was the time in his life when he was super into the rodeo.
I didn't dare open the door.
Do you remember that MTV show back in the day? I don't remember the exact name, but they used to go around, have like GoPros or face cams mounted, and they would go around in haunted places, and it'd be just normal ass people investigating, strapped to cameras and holding cameras.
Yeah, actually I do.
So my cousin and I, when my dad was in the hospital and I was basically living by myself, decided it'd be a good idea to do that shit. And in my parents' antique room, he had seen both a cowboy spirit and one from a World War.
Ooh.
Yeah, my mom had a lot of antiques.
Well, that's the fun thing about antiques and stuff like that is like collecting old historical things, especially if they've been owned by someone else previous. They do have the ability to have a soul bonded to them. It's quite terrifying. You think you're getting something simple, and then all of a sudden a ghost is now hunting you for the rest of your fucking life.
Bro, like I paid $3 for this Star Wars cup. I didn't want the ghost attached to it. That's premium.
I just wanted to keep my uranium plate collection up to date. I didn't expect a fucking radiation ghost to be following me.
Or a fun little calendar.
Oh, yeah. I remember that fun.
There was nothing fun about that. That's fucking sucked.
It was his favorite Aztec calendar.
The Aztec? Well, you were just asking for it. You were just asking for it.
Just so happened to be the year 2012. He wanted it for sentimental reasons.
Yeah.
That's not how that worked.
He asked and he received.
Yeah. Wake up in the middle of the night to screaming as there's a ghost killing another ghost.
Jesus.
No, my cowboy friend.
The Spurs.
No,
Spurs.
Just fucking wild Spurs. They're dragging them.
Oh, you just look up and the ghost is standing above your bed with the cowboy's hat and chaps on, dangling the Spurs.
Fucking cowboy hat and assless chaps.
Buffalo Pete, no.
I wouldn't even be afraid of a ghost killing another ghost. Like, that doesn't sound terrifying.
No, that'd be super terrifying because where do the ghosts go when they die?
I mean, at that
super
point,
ghosts?
I would assume it's just purgatory.
I don't think that's how that works.
They either hell or they go to purgatory. I mean, that's really the only two places.
I'd like to believe that when you kill a ghost, it just respawns.
No,
I mean,
that's even worse.
Yeah, you don't want a ghost coming back because then it could go from like semi-angry to fucking vengeful.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm not the one fucking killing it.
I mean, I've been around angry ghosts. I've seen people get fucking scratched and multiple times actually. And yeah, that shit's no fun. Well, fucking, we had Javi get scratched, and then I had my cousin. I'm gonna call it,
dude. That looked like a fucking bite mark to me. That didn't look like a fucking, like, got scratched. Like, the outline looked like an outline, like if you were to bite somebody.
I mean, I have the picture somewhere. I'll have to find it and put it in the Discord.
I still got the video.
One of the elderly residents just got loose, and he looked tasty that night.
Ooh, yummy snack.
Get his dentures in.
Was that the same night that we did the suicide room?
Oh my
Or
god.
was that a different night?
Different night. Suicide Room was the second night. The second time. I think the first one we went to was on Halloween.
Oh, yeah, when we were in the fucking chapel, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fucking chapel area was creepy as fuck.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, when me and Javi walked into that side room next to the little fucking,
The
where the
bathroom?
pew is. Yeah, where the bathroom and the pew is, the fucking light turned off on us and the fucking door closed on us. I was like, no.
Uh-oh.
I was like,
Yeah, that's
You're gonna get tickled by the ghost.
that's
I don't
the
know if it's
last
haunting,
place.
if it's haunting the fucking chapel. I don't think it's a friendly ghost.
Yeah, no, at that point, it's a fucking demon.
Or maybe it was just an old priest.
I don't know.
man. I
That
don't-
place had some bad vibes.
Oh, dude, all the way around. But good
Well, if we're
chocolate
talking about-
sheet cake.
We're talking about bad vibes. I mean, when I was like a senior in high school, me and a bunch of my friends went into this abandoned building that's like in the middle of this little drive-through town. And they thought it would be a good idea to take there was like old glass mugs and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, I'm not fucking joining you guys in taking shit from here. We're like 10 miles from the reservation. I'd rather not.
Get that juju off me.
Then they took shit and I went to my vehicle, and I always carry, if I go like onto the res or if I go visit like my grandfather somewhere on like at the medicine wheel, I always leave something. Like you're always supposed to leave tobacco. Like you have to leave something for visiting a place, or if you take something, you have to trade. It's the native respect. You take something or you visit somewhere, you always leave something behind for the ghosts. So then they're never mad at you. They don't come to your house and haunt you.
Oh, yeah. See, I've never heard of that. And the sad thing is, I used to actually spend time on the res because I knew people that lived there, and it was like a 5-minute walk from my house. But there was also a lot of death there because the drunks that would walk in the middle of the road and get hit by cars. We'd hear life light going all the time. Had a fucking dude 2 houses down get shot.
I mean, the town
Another
that I
one
lived
in an
close by,
accident.
they literally would drink themselves to death from mouthwash. They would drink themselves so drunk that they would freeze to death in the park. Like that happened several years in a row, where 2 or 3 natives would just die in the city park because of hypothermia.
Jeez.
They would get any money they could, and they would go to the Walmart and buy fucking mouthwash and drink it. So that's why mouthwash no longer has alcohol in it.
Damn, that's fucking wild, dude. They fucking drank to completion. They fucking ran across that finish line.
Yeah,
it
knowing
was.
that the cups or glasses were probably like the worst thing you could take then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's that native culture in me of being like, okay, there's a respect thing. You go somewhere, you leave something in trade. It's just, it's always good respect, because then you are never on the wrong foot of, any spirit at that.
Yeah, you don't want to be on the wrong side of a ghost.
I mean, I don't think there's a right or wrong side when it comes to them. If they feel like tormenting your ass, unless it's, a non-intelligent haunt, they're going to do it.
Well, that's how you separate the good from the bad, though. If you set yourself a precedence to have like the good spirits protect you because you left something behind, the bad ones are less likely to affect you.
So you mentioned your exposure to like native cultures. What's your religious background, and has it shaped, how you view things?
I mean, I wouldn't say like I do believe in God, but at the same time, I'm very much more of a spiritual person in that. I do believe we have a creator. There's someone that made us all. I do believe in reincarnation or just coming back. And truly, all it is, the spiritual thing is all that. Some spirits never make it past a point. Maybe they never completed something they wanted to, or something so tragic happened in their life that they turned themselves into ghosts. They don't choose to move on. They choose to stay.
Interesting. I dig it.
What about you, Mr. Zero? I don't think we've ever really delved into yours or Duffy's current state of religion, so I'm curious.
I think I'm of the mindset that I don't know enough to have strong faith in anything, but
Fair
I am
enough.
open to literally everything because I want to know and I want to experience.
See, one of the craziest spiritual interactions that I had was I was weirdly at a rent-a-center, and I was just looking at furniture, and this lady comes up to me and she's like, you give off a really good like presence, and I can see that someone from your past is always keeping an eye on you. And it was crazy because she proceeded to go even more into depth and talk about, like, she asked me questions about, like, oh, did I have a grandparent pass? Was he this type of thing? Things that I've never met this lady a day in my life. And she was asking me things that only I knew.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, he is watching over you. And I'm like, whoa, okay. That lady blew my mind, first of all. And it just kind of, it just strengthened the thing of that, spirits, they say, oh, the people that pass watch over you. It's true. It's true. Some choose to stick with you and watch over you constantly. Others choose to watch from a distance and watch when you need guidance or you need help. It's just being in touch with another layer of the world to get their guidance.
Okay. I love the take on it. Definitely love the take.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Duffy?
Like ghosts based on like religion?
Well, like, what would you say is your current religion, and does that deal with your outlook?
I mean, I'm agnostic. Like, I believe there's something out there, but I don't believe it's what we think when we're like, oh, it's like Christian God. Like, I believe in God, but I don't believe in religion, if that makes any sense.
100%.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah, because I was like, religion's very like self-serving. I was like, you can kind of twist it to like fit whatever definition they need it to, and like to prove their points.
Well, we've kind of gotten into it periodically throughout the show, where your strong Catholic background has definitely influenced your take in the way you experience and perceive paranormal things.
Yeah, I always come at it from like, because I was religion. I am religion.
I am speed.
I grew up like really religious. Like we went to like mass every fucking Sunday, and then we go
God.
like Wednesday. No, I'm not doing that.
No.
Can't pay me enough to get into that. But I don't know, because the whole thing we were taught is like when you die, if you were good, you go to heaven. If you're bad, you go to hell. And then if you're not baptized, you go to purgatory with what is referred to as a duende.
See, the weird thing about religion is, it's the best way I look at it, and I think this is the most positive lookout for everyone, and I think everyone should have this, is religion is there to help you get through the things that you need. You can use it as a crutch. Being able to pray to something gives you this inner goodness to yourself. I mean, not all people that are religious are technically good people, but all people, if they need it, they have it. They can find what fits them the most. And we shouldn't just stick to, there are these set ones. It's okay to look at it differently. I 100% agree. It should be your choice to see how you look at it.
Yeah. I've been dealing with that with my kids. Their Nana likes to show them many religious things that I used to see growing up, and I've finally gotten her to mellow out with that. But like I told her, the kids are too young to understand that shit. Let them get older. I'll give them books upon books upon books about it, and they can pick whatever works best for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that with the older generation, they really like pushing the, like, oh, God this, and if you don't do what God wants, he's going to be mad at you. And I feel like them, like the insistence of being religious kind of pushed a lot of people away from it.
Yeah, and I think that's just a thing of, that's what they believe is right, Again, everyone has their own opinion what they believe is right.
Yeah, that is true. Everyone is entitled to have their own beliefs.
But it doesn't mean we need to shove it down everyone's throat. I will agree with that.
Exactly. That, like, hey, these are my beliefs, just so you know. Like, okay, cool. Appreciate it. And then, you're back on to talking about whatever, or kukuis, ghosts, poltergeist, demons.
Yeah. I always thought that was I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, it seems like in the end, a lot of people don't really know how to be open and kind of be what we're all supposed to be, human at the end of the day. You don't believe what I believe, I can't know you. It's like, that's not how that works.
Yeah, what happened to us all being friends or neighborly?
Yeah. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. It's like everybody, he chooses to use religion however they see fit and like to prove their point. And it became kind of like less of like it's something that brings us together, and it just ends up being something that pushes people apart.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how do you think it affects everyone's reaction to the paranormal? Like, if you're over at the Vatican and you experience something outside, like, how do you think they would handle it as opposed, going to, say, a Buddhist temple or fucking, God damn it, why can I not think of the correct ones for Judaism?
Oh,
Those are temples too?
Synagogue?
Yes,
It's
synagogue, thank you.
synagogue. Yeah.
Duffy.
Shalom. I'm Jewish, but I'm not like synagogue Jewish. I don't know about that. I can't speak on that because I'm not 100% sure. I don't know.
I mean, I just wonder, like, if you had the same style case of, say, a possession or a haunting in like 6 different religions, do you think there would be any similarity on how it's handled?
I don't know. I think
there might be similarities, but I think the most similar thing about it is what they call them. I mean, they all call them evil spirits. Like a lot of the Catholic, they see any evil spirit as kind of like an agent of the devil. Like, and I'm guessing every religion has their own way of looking at evil spirits that didn't pass on.
Yeah.
It's such a cool concept to explore too, because I wonder how, if say like a Catholic priest were to go to Hong Kong, for example, and they were to experience someone that was showing signs of possession, how would that spirit react to the Catholic practices of exorcism?
Right. Would it be dependent on area, or would it still work? Does all of it work, or does none of it work? That's the truth. Because if it works, then it doesn't matter what they do to exorcise said possession, it would work. But at the same time, if it doesn't work, then that means it's never worked.
Well, and that's the unfortunate thing, and I believe we've actually spoken about that a couple times on the show, is we will truly never know what's happened in exorcisms, if they've actually succeeded or not, if there's more that meets the eye to the whole situation, if there's less to it, like, we'll never fucking know, because that shit is under more of a lock and key than the fucking CIA headquarters. Like, that shit is tucked away where no one can find it.
Well, and there's so many different ways. Like, for example, like I know in the Mexican culture, they also do like smudging or saging, where you cleanse yourself with sage or with a grass.
Yeah, limpia. That's what the chamanes do.
Mm.
Funny story. My mom used to do that for like an older like lady, and she would pay her like, I think it was like $300 every time she came to do it. But my mom was a fucking shyster, so she didn't know what the fuck she was doing.
Oh no!
She was scamming her. I was like, "Are you scamming this lady?"
Goodness. Oh my!
She's like, "Yeah." It's like, I just rub oil on her forehead, and then I beat her with some leaves, and then that's pretty much it.
Oh my goodness!
I was like, "That's
God
evil."
Damn it, Mom.
That's fucking evil.
But I think our strongest thing, and why only some people interact with paranormal and other people don't, is how open your mind is. Like, if you believe that the smudging is working and that is keeping away that, then your head is in a space where they're not there. If you close your mind off to it, you don't see it. Because just like if you don't pay attention to something, like, you forget about it. Okay, your mind is very powerful in that aspect. So there are probably multiple things that happen to all of us on a daily basis, but our minds are in a different space, and we're not looking for it. And it's only when we do that we see signs of it.
So those are the sugar pill in the medical study, the placebo.
My mind never stops running, so when I experience the paranormal type shit or anything out of the ordinary, that's like a fucking break. Like, I love the experience because it gives me something to think about and actually focus on for a change.
And at the same time, in your head, though, in your subconscious, you believe in that because you've had so much proof. Like, kids can see ghosts. I 100% believe that. I believe if a kid sees a ghost, like your guys' imaginary friend episode, 100%. That is 100% true. It is just ghosts.
So we lived at an old apartment it was like 22nd in Columbus, and we were over there. And I remember this is when I believe it was just, I gotta think. I think it was just my oldest 3, actually. And my oldest daughter kept saying that she would see shit in her room or see a monster. And I was always just like, oh, it's in her head, but I'll still comfort her and sit with her and, talk to her and all that. And finally we did an investigation, and I remember being in her room, and I started asking questions, and I had a light. It was one of the push button flashlights where the button's on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
And we made sure fresh battery, all that, put it in a way where you would have to, it's like you unscrewed a little bit and set it down on a surface so it can't unscrew anymore. And then as long as they put decent amount of pressure on the back, it'll still touch the battery and cause the light to go off. So we had put the camera down, put the flashlight on the ground. I went and I stepped around it. I kind of stomped around it, which was an asshole move on my part because we were the upstairs in that apartment, but it never went off. I could tap it. I could do anything, tap it on the side. Like I said, stomp by it, wouldn't turn on. And got to asking questions, and nothing. We would ask, do you have anything you would like to say? Did you die here at these apartments? Was it maybe not apartments at the time that you died? Like just your average questions. And then we got to the part of, well, are you good or are you evil? Turn on the light for evil. The light immediately came on.
Dude.
And I was like, oh, so do you mean like you're bad? You're not good? And it fucking came on for yes. It's like, okay.
Well, I mean,
So-
also remember at the apartments on was like Drexel and Mission. That first night that we were there, your oldest daughter too, she's like, I saw somebody run into the kitchen. I was like, it's crazy. And then I spent the next 2 years getting terrorized.
Yeah, it was that apartment. Damn.
I got a really crazy story. So over here, there's an old abandoned school. It's out maybe like 5 miles from the it's like pretty much on the reservation. It used to be a high school before they moved the high school to another smaller town.
Oh, damn.
Well, kids used to like to go in there, and they would go in there and like the place is creepy. It's on Indian territory, so it's already, you shouldn't go there. You shouldn't trespass type deal. Don't go there. The natives that lived near would try to burn it down, and it would never fully burn.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
And the crazy thing about this place is if you go there and you visit, which you shouldn't because it's illegal, in the machine shop, you would hear tools running. In certain classrooms, you would hear like what sounded like chalk writing on a chalkboard. There were very many like odd stains across the halls, and there's a room that they call the boiler room. It doesn't exist. It is a room that it doesn't exist except for if you're in there and all of a sudden it appears. The rumor is if you go in the boiler room, you don't come out right away. Time passes exponentially. And one of my older classmates went there with some of his friends, and one of them got locked in the boiler room, and he was in there. He said he had only been in there. It felt like an hour. One of his other friends found that guy and said, where the fuck have you been? It's been 3 hours.
Damn.
We have been looking for you. They couldn't find the room until this guy just happened to turn the corner and saw his friend standing in this room that had a glass door with a bunch of boilers. And then once they left and they came back to see if they could find it again, it was not there.
So what I'm hearing is we're going, but we're doing it the proper way, getting a hold of the property owners, asking permission, letting them know what we're doing, handing over IDs, like none of that. Oh, we're just going to sneak in and possibly vandalize and, disrespect the place.
Right,
no, we do it the right way.
I mean, it was a known place. Like there was a lot of vandalism. Like there's like rumors of like there's a fucking mountain lion that lives in the gym floor. Like the gym floor is all caved in. At another time, I remember I didn't go in, but I stopped by because my buddy said they were going in, and I was like, oh boy, so they're gonna need a ride. Someone's gonna need a ride out of there. One of the girls had a fucking seizure before she could exit.
Oh damn!
What the hell?
Did they get to pet the kitty?
They got her out, and they got her some water, and then they like later that night she went for a checkup. But like, yeah, she had a full on seizure. She said she saw something, she didn't know what it was, and then all of a sudden she just tipped over in front of everyone. Crazy ass shit.
Damn, that's
crazy ass shit.
Maybe it's a sign that people shouldn't be there.
They were telling. And when I went to see what was going on, I left like I happened to have something to leave behind. So I left a whole thing behind and was like, okay, I'm not having bad juju. Follow me. Like there was another native guy there too. He's like, guys, we need to fucking leave something, otherwise we're all screwed. Like these guys are going to get pissed.
Yeah. Like all I have is a pack of juicy fruit.
When you do that type of thing,
you leave
like tobacco.
tobacco, like cigarettes, nicotine, alcohol, clothes, like depending on what it is.
Such an interesting inverse to like say like the Mexican spiritualism, some of it, where personal items or effects are something you don't want to fall in the hands of somebody that might be potentially angry with you.
Well, like the clothes and stuff like that is more of like for sacred native places. Like, for example, the medicine wheel, you leave afflects of someone that is passed or someone that you have memory of, or you leave like a bandana or a piece of string in honor for them with some sage. It's a thing of just respect. The tobacco and the other stuff is more of like a trade. Oh, we come on your place, and for this trade, like for us coming here, here's what we trade back.
Huh. No, I mean, it definitely makes sense. I said no one ever told me about that kind of shit when I spent time on the res, but I haven't been there in 20 plus years.
I think it depends on the reservation, truly. I think it truly does. I think it depends on the spirits that you're dealing with. Like, I mean, for us, for every time that I've done it or have gone somewhere like that, I've always left something behind, and I've always never had anything drastically horrible happen to me or have been haunted for any reasons
that you know of.
That I know of.
Oh, yeah.
I'm okay not knowing. I'm okay not knowing.
It's, you know what? Why don't you pass on some of your experiences so he can see what he's missing out on?
You want me just a random one? Or do you want me to give him like the fucking scariest one?
Oh, hold on. You want to hear about when I came across the skinwalker for the first time?
Yes. Let's do that first.
So me and two of my friends, we were in my truck. We had the app. I don't know. I don't remember what the app was, but it would show you paranormal activity going on. We were using that app just for fun, just to see if we could find something. We went to one place and it just brought us out into the middle of nowhere. There was nothing going on that we could see, thank God. And it brings us outside of town down this dirt road near like this giant gravel pit. So we're driving down the road and we stop right in line with the dot, but the dot is like in the gravel pit area, like maybe another 400 feet.
Was it Randonautica?
It was Randonautica.
Fuck yeah.
You say that. And we're sitting there and they have the flashlight in the back. I'm driving. I'm like, if shit goes wrong, at least I'm going to be driving so we can get the fuck out of here. And all of a sudden, all of us hear someone yelling help. It's 2:00 in the morning.
Please tell me no one even thought like, hey, we need to go check this out.
There was no thought of we need to go check this out. They're like, they instantly flash a flashlight to where they hear it and they see something moving and they're like, fucking drive. So I slam on the gas and we get the fuck out of there. I didn't see what it fully was, but it was a blur and I'd rather not know, because if you talk to those things, they're able to track you. You know, I wasn't going to say anything.
Meanwhile, when we went to our D&D cabin trip, I was fucking whistling in the woods, which I was told isn't a good idea.
Whistling at night's not a good idea.
At night in the woods.
It's not a great idea. It's not a great idea. Well, if you've seen like reservations where they cover their windows, that's because of a folklore that there's something that watches them at night. So in order for it to not watch them, they cover their windows.
Well, I think that where we were at, I think we might have been on the reservation, like the little cabin thing we rented, because I think that's what they had said. They're like, yeah, we're still here. And then he started whistling and then tell him what happened, CJ. Tell him what happened later that night.
Yeah, but that was my fault, apparently, that I almost died.
I blame the whistling.
It was because I hadn't eaten. I had talked to my doctors when I got back. It's because I went after the surgery. I shouldn't go more than 4 hours without eating, and that was like 6.5, 7.
I still blame the whistling.
Yeah.
I was told that would draw a skinwalker, and I didn't sense no skinwalker.
You don't want
Thankfully.
one. I'll tell you that. They, once they have like you, they can turn into anything. They can turn into your dog your dog all of a sudden looks strange, and they've killed your dog off and now they're your dog. Like there's some really creepy tales about skinwalkers and what they can do. Like I don't fuck with that shit. I rarely say their names. I'm barely saying their name right now.
Yeah, I've never really had to deal with any. I've dealt with ghosts, demons, but never a walker of skins.
They're honestly, if there's any paranormal stuff I believe in, it's that shit. I've had one interaction and I'd rather never have another because that was fucking. I've never been more scared in my life than then.
Damn. Well, now we know what to avoid. Shit.
Yeah, I would not recommend. It's one thing to come across it and see it and then never deal with it again. That's all you need, and then you will be like, okay, that's all I needed apparently, because I never want to see that again.
Well, a dude that we used to work with, his name was Brandon, and he was telling me a story. I don't remember what they're called over here. The domes. I don't remember what that's.
Casa Grande domes.
Yeah,
I'm so mad that those are gone.
Yeah, there's like some weird abandoned domes over here, and he's telling me that him and his brother were both out there just like hanging out and like drinking and whatnot, and that they went down into like the actual dome things, and they started hearing howling like around them, and that they were like staring out at the fucking like at the dome, and they saw a bunch like fucking glowing eyes like following them, but then they were like in a weird pattern. So he's like, we gotta make a run for it. So they ran back to the car, and when they made it, there was like one lone fucking like coyote. He's like, I don't know what it was, dude. Like, but that there's something off about that. It's like it looked weird. Like it looked like something trying to be a fucking coyote.
Yeah, that's how you tell. That's how you tell. It's like the Silicon Valley type deal where something just feels wrong. Like that's the definition of it. You just look at something and something is not right about it.
So you're telling me I can tell with my dog by him having not fucked up ass eyes? Because I have a pug, so his eyes are fucked.
All of a sudden, Pugsley just looks at you dead straight on.
Looks normal. He just looks
oh
normal.
God. That would be fucking terrifying.
If he looks normal and he's not struggling to breathe, that's not your dog.
So the face is probably the one thing that they always get correct, but it's like limbs or appendages, like the tail looks goofy. The leg is like one of the legs all of a sudden looks a little more bulky than the other. Like there's just small little details that
he's wearing a top hat.
Okay, that's not real. Okay.
Top hat.
Yeah, a magical top hat.
Top hat and a monocle.
What's your most fun experience, Mr. Duffy?
Oh, yeah. So this all happened after we did the investigations at the elderly home. The first time we had done it, we did it on Halloween. And I don't think I got home like at 2 a.m. when you dropped me off.
Yeah, I believe so.
And I was like, oh man, I got to use the bathroom. And so I went and I sat down. I was going to just do my business. And then I see the door handle because it wasn't like the round ones. It's like the long ones, like kind of school door style, which was weird within itself now that I'm thinking about it.
That's weird.
And the handle goes like all the way down, like if they're trying to open the door. And I was like, what the fuck? And I jump up, like pants to my ankles, and I like run. And I pull the door open. There's nobody there. And I go into my room. And at the time, my ex, she was like dead asleep, and we had like a geriatric cat, and he was in the room, but the door to the room was like all the way closed, and they're both asleep. So I was like, that's fun. And then I think the scariest one was the time I was like taking a shower, and we had those weird like reflective tiles, and I'm just like shampooing my fucking hair or whatever, and I turn and I look in the reflective mirror, and there's like an outline of somebody standing like behind me, and I fucking ripped the fucking curtain open, and I was living alone at this time. And I was like, what the fuck? And I run like around my apartment like naked, like what is it? Like if you're gonna fucking kill me. Get out here and fight me. Fight me like a man.
You're gonna kill me. You're gonna get my dick in your face first.
Yeah, but that was one of them. I think like the other thing was, it was like, do you know those apartments have like the sliding doors for the closets, and it's like just a small little closet?
Yeah.
You mean like our closets here in this house?
Yeah. So pretty much every night I could hear like whispering from the closet, and I was like, what the fuck? I never got up to check it. I was like, I ain't fucking stupid. I'm like,
didn't we leave a recorder in there and we heard a bunch of whispers?
Yep. We had done an investigation in my apartment, and we left the little recorder running for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I think for maybe like an hour and 30 minutes, you could hear like whispering, but you couldn't tell what it was saying.
Yeah, no, you could just hear this.
That's fucking creepy.
Yeah. And
so I had a bunch of dumb friends that played with Ouija boards.
That is by far the stupidest thing you could do.
My mom did that.
My cousin did that.
I've always made the joke of like, I want one. Like, oh yeah, it'd
my
be so funny
cousin
to have
did
a
it.
Ouija board. One time, my friend thought it would be funny and got me one. I got rid of that thing so fucking fast. They found it at a fucking antique store. First of all,
no. Oh
Okay.
no.
Okay,
Damn, they just doubled down.
Store. They hand it to me. I'm like, are you fucking serious? No, get this out of my fucking vehicle. We drove over to one of my friend's exes and dropped it on his fucking hood.
That wasn't a
Drove away.
friend. That was not a friend if they gifted you that.
I think they did it as a joke, but then they realized, oh shit, like now we actually have this.
Yeah,
And
no,
I'm like,
those
get
are
rid
no
of this.
joke.
Get rid of this thing. This thing is the most bad juju possible.
My mom had one, and it said someone close to her was going to die. And on the way home from doing a session, her friend got in a bad motorcycle accident and died.
That's crazy.
And then
That's
she
fucking
tried
crazy.
she tried tearing it up and like throwing it away, and it would appear. And she lived alone, and it would appear back in her closet the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only way to get rid of those is to pass them on, or if the proper way is to burn them with holy water.
Hey, Zero, I got a gift for you, bud.
I hope it's a Labubu.
Those things are invented as well. I fucking hate those things. Those things are creepy.
I got one on my gun bag, but it has a ski mask on it.
Thank God.
Yeah, dude, I made a ski mask out of a fucking. I gave it a shiesty. I made it out of an old sock.
There you
It's a
go.
bang
There you
bang.
go.
Oh God! And that sock is crusty, I bet too.
It is not.
It's been one that's been hiding underneath the bed for a couple of years.
No,
Yeah.
No.
No.
but I had a cousin who played the Ouija board, and then for like a week after she played it, her dad's like, "There's something wrong with her." It's like she's not herself. And I think like a week and a half after that, they found that she hung herself in the little chapel that they had right there. I was like,
Holy shit.
that's fucking hardcore.
When I was in, I think, middle school, a bunch of the girls in my class fucking bought one from Spencer's and fucking played it in their hotel room.
No.
And some crazy ass fucking shit happened from what I heard. And I'm like, you guys are dumb.
Yeah, no, in that cabin, the other people that were with us, they brought a Ouija board and played it. We stayed away from that in a different room watching movies.
Yeah.
I was like, you guys can fuck with that, but don't bring my ass into it.
Right. You can't even sit there and watch it because then it pulls you in. It's crazy how it works.
My attachment story I told you guys before came from the people I was with having messed with a Ouija board. There was also a really old abandoned school in our town that actually closed down the year after like my 5th grade. So my class was like the last one there. And it was like a decade after. We would break in there occasionally and just be dumb little teenagers. And one night when I wasn't with them, they played with a Ouija board on the stage in the auditorium and burned it. And then I came over like a week later after they had been seeing stuff. And that's kind of where I believe my thing came from, because they started having experiences in the house like the day after that. And then it decided to follow me.
It's weird how that works. Well, and they burnt it. So yeah, they let all of that shit out. If you just burn it, you just let it all out. You have to exercise the board pretty much with fire and holy water.
Yeah, so don't try taking it outside and taking it for a walk. That's not the kind of
'cause it
exercise
will.
he's talking about.
It will come back. It'll walk back in your house.
And it will haunt you even fucking worse.
Yeah.
No, those things, like I said, we don't fuck with them. They were on a whole different level of the cabin. Like there was an upstairs nook, and that's where they were. We were like 10 feet below them in the living room watching movies, paying no mind to any of their shit. And I think that's actually kind of around the time I started not doing so hot.
No, you had already not been doing so good. You were already like crashed down on the couch, and I was staying up trying to keep an eye on you. They were like, "You guys want to play?" I was like, "Are you out of your fucking mind?" No.
Yeah, because you were like, not after that just happened.
No, dude, like the whole weekend they're trying to get us to play. I was like, "Nope, y'all can't pay me enough to do that shit. That is the dumbest thing you could possibly do."
Yeah, I'm good. No, I don't want that shit with me.
If you say I'm not going to get my D&D award because I don't want to do it, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to touch the devil board.
Yeah, no, I will do a lot of shit. Like I would love to go to the Ikigahara forest in Japan.
Fuck yeah.
there's a few haunted houses that I've seen there that I think would be absolutely fucking amazing to go to. I would love to try and investigate an active church.
If you're going to do an active church, you have to do it like in England, because talk about some of the oldest churches. Like
I'd be fine with that.
They would, like, the ones where the cemetery is around the church. Like, there you go. Talk about an active church.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. And an old abandoned asylum.
I used to watch videos on that when I was a kid, and they used to, I don't know how I slept at night, honest to God.
I would say sheer will of exhaustion.
Yeah, because talk about some of the scariest videos you can watch. Like, just watching them alone is, it's terrifying. I mean, the shit that people are like, oh yeah, it's all staged. You could say it's all staged, or you could be like, well, I don't know how they would stage that. It's abandoned.
No, I mean, there's definitely some where you're like, okay, they went and pre-planted something there, they went and did this, like it's super obvious. But then there's other ones that, like, you're running, okay, how can I debunk this? How can I debunk this aspect, this aspect, this aspect? And you're coming to the same conclusion of, I have no idea how to fucking debunk that.
Right. It's like, once you can tell, because sometimes, and it's really funny if you watch certain videos where they do that, and then all of a sudden actual shit starts going on, because their instant reaction changes. They go from like, it almost feels like planned fear to now it is genuine terror. They're genuinely terrified. They're genuinely trying to escape this place because it is not okay.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you fuck around. You will find out, and it's typically not in a good way.
Nope, because doing that, all you're doing is pissing off the things that are already there.
Well, yeah.
Like, first of all, you're there messing around, and then all of a sudden you're planting stuff and acting. They're going to be like, oh, you want to act like this is not real? Here, why don't we make it real?
Yeah, that's like, well, Rudy knows. People never challenge me because I will never turn down a challenge. Well, they're kind of the same way. It's that, oh, you think I won't follow you now? You think I won't prove that I exist? All right, hold my beer.
Exactly.
See, my thing is, like, they're like, if you fuck around, you're going to find out. I didn't even fuck around. Why did I have to find out?
I mean, true. You
just
didn't
really
do
like that
anything wrong.
calendar.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't that come from your brother?
No, they came from my mom.
Oh,
shit.
I thought it came from
Did your-
the retirement home.
No.
I stole it.
Yeah.
Sorry, elderly. This is mine now.
Sorry, guys. I'm confiscating this.
This is mine's now.
No, so did your mom know it was haunted?
She says she never had anything, but also my mom's like super religious, and she always plays like Christian music like every day, and she reads the Bible, so she probably wasn't affected by it. And then I got it, and then I got rid of it. I dumped it onto my brother, and then she went and she did like an actual like cleansing at the house. I was like, you know what you're doing? She's like, yes, now I know what I'm doing. I was like,
She
okay.
just rubbed oil on you.
Now I know what I'm doing.
Beat you with a leaf.
I bought sage and shit today just so after this I can sage my fucking house.
Yeah, dude, she did like a cleansing thing at my apartment, and after that, everything was fine. But she went and she did like a little cross on the door, and then when I left later that day to go to the store, I saw like it looked like there was like an oil mark on the door that looked like a cross, and I tried wiping it off, and it never came off.
That's how much shit you had in there.
She has the power. Yeah, but from going from the weird fucking shower ghost to fucking whispering closet, I'm glad I got out of there.
Yeah. I remember we actually, at the apartment that we stayed at together when you were experiencing all that shit, I actually remember recording an episode of Tales in the closet, and that was fucking scary.
Or when we were sitting on the couch and we did the double episode, and we're like, oh, well, let's order food. And I think it was like during the intermission, I was like, oh, I'm going to order something. And I look up and I think, what was it, like something standing like at the doorway, and then it bolted. I was like, CJ, did you see that? You're like, no. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that is another place I do not want to return to either. That one was terrifying. There was this one time, because my sister is CJ's wife. That's how we're related. And she used to go to the store and buy like these fucking like jugs of juices. And CJ would be like a fan of just like chugging the juice out of the jug.
Agua fresca, baby.
Yeah. And one time I got up like at fucking like 2:30ish in the morning, And I was like, I'm gonna go grab something to drink. I'm thirsty. And I see somebody like crouched over by the fucking fridge. And I was like, and I didn't turn the light on. This is all in the dark still. I was like, fucking CJ. I was like, get a goddamn cup, dude. And like it starts like standing up and it's like taller than the fridge and it's about to touch the roof. I was like, I'm going back into my room.
I'm going to bed. I'm going
Dude,
to bed.
I went in my room, I locked my door, and I turned on fucking South Park, and I stayed up till maybe like 5 in the morning, like until the lights start coming out, and then that's when I fell asleep.
Yeah, when you see that, you kind of just gotta like turn on something that just takes all of it away. You just gotta be like, I'm gonna go brain dead for a while.
Yeah,
I
dude,
gotta cleanse my mind from the shit that I just watched.
dude, I used to get terrorized in that fucking apartment constantly. I was like, if I didn't get terrorized, I was like, something's weird here.
I think it's not like, yeah, if you fuck around, you find out. But I also think that spirits also find people that just are like, oh, this guy's really easy to fuck with, and just like, oh, he's already open to it. We're just going to mess with him, it's a game for them.
I feel like I fall into that category.
Yeah.
I mean, my cousin and his kids were fucking haunted because of an apartment they lived in. They ended up finding out that a dude had killed his family and then himself, including his children in that apartment.
Jeez.
Sounds like Nightmare on Elm Street type shit there.
Yeah, no, it was brutal. Like they woke up almost like from the fucking It movie, like the red balloon. My one cousin woke up to a balloon hovering at his face, and then like when he woke up, it like went back to normal.
That's fucking wild. That would be another cool place to go and like investigate is the Elm Street house.
Wait, it's real?
Yeah, that's based on a true story.
I had no idea.
You really didn't know that? Yeah, the Nightmare on Elm Street is it's an actual house. Multiple, like the movies about it are like they have some falsities in them, but the background story of Nightmare on Elm Street is it's a true house. A guy went in, killed a whole entire family, and then killed himself in the basement. The whole house is haunted by like some of the worst spirits possible. It's like I don't know who owns Annabelle now, but someone has Annabelle. And the last guy that had Annabelle fucking died randomly.
Isn't it like a streamer or something? Fucking he bought.
He bought their house.
Yeah, that's what it is. I was gonna say it's Mr. Beast, but that didn't sound right.
No, it's Matt Wright. He's a comedian, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a comedian, and his buddy's a streamer or some shit, and they bought it together.
Yeah, dude, I was gonna say Mr. Beast bought it, but I was like, that didn't come out right. I don't think he bought it. You want to win $1 million, you're gonna spend a night in the fucking this house with Annabelle.
Yeah, talk about creepy ass shit. I would not want to live in a house with Annabelle. Fuck that. That is a haunted doll for sure.
Yeah, but imagine
Really
what would fucking happen if you woke up and you see Annabelle sitting with a Ouija board and her fucking grubby mitt on the planchette. What would you do?
I'd probably run for my fucking life.
I can top that.
I would run and burn down the house, honestly.
Imagine you wake up in the middle of the night and then Annabelle's spooning you. You're the little spoon.
No.
I feel like that's Zero's. I don't think it's a nightmare for Zero. I feel like that's a wet dream for him.
Is she wearing the Spurs?
Is she wearing the Spurs and
the sexy bedazzled Spurs?
Does she have them bedazzled assless chaps on?
Yes.
Assless no, those chaps. Are mine.
No, assless. Yes. And the boots with the Spurs.
No boots, just Spurs on her feet.
And the whole pub's looking at her. The whole tabernacle's looking at her.
Oh, that'd be anything to deal with any like creepy dolls. I'm good.
I thankfully don't think I've ever experienced a haunted doll, and I'd rather definitely fucking.
It'd be cool to like good content of it, but after that, you kind of just want to cleanse yourself, like cover yourself in bleach, like get away from me ghosts.
Dude, I'm gonna start buying you fucking haunted porcelain dolls. I mean, after a certain amount of them, one's gotta hate, one's gotta be haunted.
I mean, you've already been gifted a Ouija board,
you gotta find the Aztec Holy Grail. Gotta find the Aztec Holy Grail.
Just the porcelain doll dressed as like an Aztec princess, haunted,
with
super
the
haunted.
calendar scarification style on her chest.
Oh, yes. That's terrifying.
Has like a obsidian dagger that was used in human sacrifice.
I heard a theory that our time is off, like our dating is off. So 2012 still hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I think I've read about that too. Like the Farmer's Almanac in like the 1600s when they were like figuring out
randomly
planting. schedule. Like they reworked things.
Yeah, so we're like technically like not even close to 2020. We're like in like 10,012 or something, like 1200 something.
How in the fuck would we be that far off?
I mean, it's possible. I mean,
I
literally,
think
history is written by the victors,
It's like that's fucking.
and our time is
I'm
kept track by the
completely.
victors too. And with all of like the calamities that have happened in the past, like it would totally make sense that our reality of time and how much has passed is off. Like it makes sense that it is a possibility. I think it's a conspiracy theory nonetheless, but like I do believe that with all of the shit, because they're finding out more and more every year about all of the huge calamity events that happened over the past that put civilizations to ash damn near. That's why the only thing that we're finding from the old times is like, how Egypt has a giant labyrinth underneath it, that's true. They found it. Like how only stone has survived, like some of the most giant blocks of like granite and andesite that we somehow were able to carve out of mountains and turn into giant buildings. But nowadays we can't do that. Like what technology did they have back then that was lost in these huge extinction events? And how much time has truly gone by?
Apparently something good, because honestly, with the shit that they were able to accomplish, it seems like they were smarter than us.
Right. It seems like they knew a lot more information than we do now. It seems like they had technology that is completely unknown to us, or that we're on the cusp of eventually discovering, but still.
I don't know, man. I say behind every conspiracy is a little ounce of proof.
I agree. 100%.
I was reading something else too, to go back to that like lost time theory. I'm completely grasping at straws here, but I feel like I read about one of the like Holy Roman emperors. They wanted their reign to be like the year 1000, and so they like fabricated documents from like the previous 300 years to make it so it seemed like they were in the year 1000 during the time of that ruler's reign.
Right.
So we're like 300 years off from where we actually are. You know what I mean?
Or maybe more, Well, and you know what's crazy? I don't know if you've heard stuff about like Egypt, but did you know that the Great Pyramid is the exact length of how much the Earth spins, like within a cycle? Like the Earth moves the length of the pyramid, and there's a weird wobble. So we're not like perfectly spinning, just like circular. There's like a round shape. So we're like spinning in so many different ways. And that's why our climates are so weird, and how we've gone through hot and cold spells. Like climate change really isn't a thing. It's just our planet changing like it always has.
Right.
We're in currently a time where we have good weather, but what could be next could be an extreme dry event where everything is just superheated, and then all of a sudden we're in an ice age.
Well, that's where we currently live. Everything is superheated and it's always fucking dry. We're already living that, brother. But no, I mean, there's just so much shit when it comes to that too, because they say depending on where you're at, how close you are to the equator, shit like that can increase paranormal activity as well, as far as, full moon days, being closer to water.
Right. And how back then they were so accurate on the lunar cycles. Like they could predict the lunar cycles, and they knew all of the horoscope signs. Like they knew the stars of Leo, and like at one point they believed that the Sphinx was pointed towards the constellation of Leo, and we have wobbled and spun. So now we're no longer facing that. It's a different era time, It's where I believe, I don't remember what it is, what horoscope sign we are currently angled towards, but that's what they believe, is that maybe, and this is of course of a conspiracy, that the Sphinx was built facing the constellation of Leo for lion. And now we've rotated, so now it's not facing that constellation anymore.
Huh. Well, my thing is, since we have recorded documents, at least the earliest recorded documents, is there anything showing or being written down that is indeed what it faced?
And see, that's the hard thing is, history is lost to time, and it's also only put in by the victors. People that see
Right.
the historical as truth, you know? Apparently there's a hall of records somewhere in Egypt underneath one of the many ruins. And, you know, like they don't want it out. Maybe it does exist. Maybe they already know it exists. They just might not want it out because it reveals all of this, which is crazy to me because gatekeeping old information like that is nuts. Like we should know about all of this. That would be a huge discovery for the nowadays like archaeologists, but yet they still want to keep it hidden because it disproves their previous findings.
Or maybe there's other reasons that we're unaware of. Maybe it's in order to get any sort of answers. It's a very not dangerous place to go exploring.
Right. Or maybe aliens are real, you know. Maybe they've been helping us out. They've been trying to help us out the whole time.
I mean, that's what Ancient Alien says, right? It's the one with the dude with the crazy ass fucking hair. He's in all the memes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, apparently, there's a hole in in Antarctica that leads to the center where there's a giant alien race known as the Greys.
No.
Or the Nordic Whites.
Antarctica
by
is
Larry
just
Bird.
the Arctic Wall. We're in the
Yeah.
center.
If we were to have an ice age right now, all of us would have to move towards the equator. Like that's what would happen. That would be the only habitable place.
I don't know. Do you guys see this state freezing over at all?
Yeah, no.
No, we get like nice 70-degree weather.
Yeah, that's what everybody here thinks is fucking cold.
70 degrees and people are out wearing
Parkas.
snowsuits damn near. It's
Parkas
insane.
here. Meanwhile, it's fucking 30 degrees here.
See, I think every now and again we might get down to like 40 in the winter at the lowest, and that's like middle of the night. But during the day, it ends up getting up to like fucking 80.
Yeah, it's fucking cold up here. It's like 40 degrees. 50 degrees is a warm day. 40 degrees is a warm day. Some days it's like negative 30 all day.
That'd be nice. Actually,
No, it's not very nice, especially with the wind. It just beats the shit out of you. You're just so fucking cold. It's
God,
ridiculous.
I
Old
wonder,
wind is a totally different animal.
but how does that work? Because you know they say water amplifies spiritual activity and paranormal activity. If it's a place like that, I assume it snows.
Ooh.
Surprisingly, I mean, you'd be surprised at how many like paranormal activity stuff is because of cold. Like because the cold traps things in.
Well, yeah, and I was going to say, you know, especially if you're in a place where it snows, you're just surrounded by it's water. It's still fucking water.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It's frozen, but it's fucking water.
But then there's some days where it's just cold and there is no snow. Like there is no water around. It's just belligerently cold.
Yeah.
That's an interesting to look at. How would the snow, would it boost it?
I mean, in theory, I would think so or believe so because, you know, they say water. They don't say whether it's got to be running still. I mean, typically it's just being around a body of water can amplify. Rain can amplify. Rivers can amplify. The ocean, I mean, that's a big ass body of water that's always in motion.
Right. And yeah, that's why like you hear about ghost ships and things like that, you know?
See, I want to know about the ghosts you can find underwater. And I tell these guys all the time, I believe there are many ghosts underwater.
I feel like if there was a way to do like research on ghosts at the Titanic, I bet you there's a lot. I bet you there's a surprising amount of ghosts on the Titanic.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. A lot of people were lost that day.
I mean, you do always have like, you always hear this old sailor tales of Davy Jones' Locker. I mean, a place where people that die on the seas go to.
Yeah. What about the ones that don't feel like going there? So they just stick around. Are they trapped above or below?
I feel like if they're trapped in that body of water, I feel like they both have the ability to go under and above because the water's a conduit.
Yeah.
That's why, like, if you hear stories about like the drowned woman, you know, it's very much like she looks like she floats on water with the fog, you know.
Is that
Is she just as active as underneath?
Is that like our La Llorona?
Yes. The white woman.
Yeah, that one. The crying woman. She drowned her kids and then
drowned herself.
Things just got worse, and yeah, now she's trapped forever looking for children.
Yep, on the edge of a river. It's like, yeah, water's a conduit. I mean, it's a conduit for electricity because of the minerals in it. So, I mean, it would only make sense that it's a conduit for paranormal activity. I feel like ice caves in Antarctica would hold a lot of information.
Oh, yeah. So my question is, when are we finding a haunted ass body of water that we can go stay by?
Never.
I was waiting for when hell freezes over.
Well, what is it? There's a lake over here that fucking like every year, at least like fucking 5 people drown.
There's this Salt River that's people drown in constantly, like every single year.
Yeah,
But it's
there's
still like crazy busy.
There's apparently a river up here that is known for its ghost pirate ship that floats across the river.
I'm in.
I'd be down. You guys down to try and get on said ship? I mean, I'm sure it's not going to be like the fucking Hotel California. Like, we're not going to become ghost pirates just by hopping on.
Hotel California.
Let's go in. Let's go.
Or the
Okay.
fucking...
that lake is called Lake Pleasant.
Well, that's disturbing.
Isn't that the alligator movie?
That's Lake Placid.
Okay.
Yeah, you were close.
But no dice.
Lake
No.
Placid almost sounds like Lake Flaccid.
That is somehow even scarier.
I feel like Lake Flaccid would be a terrifying lake. I feel like if you really wanted to find lakes that were haunted, you got to go to the place that has all the lakes. You got to go to Minnesota.
Land O'Lakes.
That's where my dad's from. I've actually been there many a time.
I feel like if there are any bodies of water, those I bet you could find so many.
Dude, my aunt and uncle out there had like 60 acres or some shit with a big ass like lake on their property. I'm pretty sure because of how far you had to drive back on their property and where it was at. It's kind of creepy. Pretty sure you would find some ghosts there.
Find an old fucking like abandoned like Boy Scout camp that's next to a lake. Talk about creepy shit.
Yeah, that would be, a cemetery next to a lake.
Jeez.
I'm good. I'm not going to join for that one. The cemeteries already give me the heebie-jeebies.
Really?
What is that?
Oh, yeah.
That place, like the drive up to Sholo, where it's like that resort that's like an abandoned, but it crosses through the fucking little river that's right there. And fucking, what is this, Snake Canyon or whatever? There's like it used to be a resort like in the 70s or something. It closed down, so just a bunch of like abandoned cabins on the way up to Sholo. That'd be terrifying to investigate too. You know what? I don't even know why I'm throwing that out there.
Beginning to a cheesy fucking B-rated horror movie.
Yeah, this all sounds like shit that would end up in a horror movie stuff. I'm good.
Well, no, we'll go, but okay.
Nah.
Make sure I'm packing. You be packing.
Are you packing holy bullets?
I could dip them in holy water. Yeah.
Fucking get a
Bible
priest to bless
nunchucks.
them bad boys. Bible nunchucks.
Couldn't you just call them bun chucks?
Why don't you get 2 crosses and make them cross chucks?
Because the crosses are the throwing stars.
I'll bring the most important chuck, the Norse.
Grab the holy hand grenade. Now thou must pull the pin in thou holy hand grenade, and thou must count to 5. Count to 3, not to 5, not to 4, not to 2, but to 3, and thus now must throw holy hand grenade at enemies that must be destroyed.
Your arm's off. No, it's not. 'Tis but a flesh wound.
Where did they get coconuts?
Now go away or I will
talk about
punch
a
you a
haunted place,
second
a
time.
castle.
Oh, I would love to. I would love to.
Oh, speaking of another like haunted using like the ship of Queen Mary, like that place.
I would love to do that one too.
That place is fucking on it.
Got to get the money for a trip there.
Is because it's on water. It's just a pool of horrible shit floating underneath
It's
it.
just a perma conduit.
Yeah. Well, it's metal and it's water, so
yeah, that shit's got. Well, I mean that, and then just there's a lot of energy there that just builds and builds and builds.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Zero? You got anything creepy to share? Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think I hear Annabelle coming. Her spurs are rattling down the hallway.
No.
No, not really. I mean, there's so many places I want to go. You were talking about England earlier. There's the Ancient Ram Inn. It's like the oldest hotel like in the world, and it's on ley lines, and there's just thousands of years of history of people being killed there, and religious shit. I think that'd be super sick to go check out.
Old battlegrounds.
Yes.
Like I heard,
Oh, dude, like a Gettysburg tour?
Gettysburg, or like, for example, like D-Day. Imagine the amount of souls that rest on the shores of D-Day.
Let's go sleep on the beach in a tent.
You know, imagine the paranormal activity that you could see. Because I don't know if they would necessarily all be evil. Like, I feel like some of them would be good. You would imagine just the scenes that the paranormal, because some of them are stuck in time. You know, that's what some haunts are.
Yeah, the residual haunt.
Moments stuck in time. So imagine just seeing those as you're sitting on that beach.
Just a residual haunt of fucking like people being blown to bits or fucking charging, terrified, not knowing what to expect, what's gonna fucking happen.
Sitting in one of the bunkers where the Germans were and seeing those guys where they're blown up by grenades.
9.
Holy grenades.
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's a lot of shit when it comes to the paranormal, but definitely do need to get an investigation going for damn sure.
There's always things to investigate as long as horrible shit keeps happening.
No, I'm trying to go to this school that Coffee was talking about. Let's take a road trip.
I mean, I'm down for that.
That place is fucking terrifying.
It sounds gnarly.
It's fucking terrifying. Like
if you can get permission,
it has been burned multiple times and it never collapses.
If you can get permission, I will go.
I don't even know who to ask. I don't even want to know who to ask.
Rules are made to be broken.
Chuck Norris.
Yeah, get Chuck Norris to do it. There we go.
No, I mean, just ask him if we can. If he says yes, then that's all the answer we need.
I mean, they're not going to argue with him, so like that's fair.
No, they could try, but they're not going to.
If you were to bring Chuck Norris on investigation, he would just inhale all the ghosts, and he would just become more immortal.
Well, there's no fun.
Yeah, he would suck the souls right out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now I'm interested again.
Not that kind of sucking.
What I would like to investigate, but it's probably not haunted, just kind of like go and check it out, would be like an abandoned water park.
Oh, I heard those are fucking creepy.
Yeah, we had one over here that closed down.
Justin's?
No, Breakers. And I had seen like drone footage of like what it looks like now, and it looks fucking terrifying.
Yeah, they just look creepy.
Yeah.
I think some of the creepiest places that you would find paranormal activity are like asylums, hospitals, battlegrounds for sure. Like any past battlegrounds.
Oh, okay. Battlegrounds. It cut off for a second, and I could have sworn I heard you say, yeah, and apple grounds. I was like, what the fuck is that?
I must find Johnny Appleseed.
Welcome to the motherfucking orchard.
I know he lurks in my apple orchard.
I don't even like apples.
Just gets pelted by apples as he's sitting in the middle of an apple orchard.
Yeah, that would suck.
That is the wildest take I've heard all night. Who doesn't like apples?
Me, but I love apple pie. I just don't like eating an apple.
That's valid.
But I will eat apple pie.
That's valid. Eating an apple can be a pain in the ass because sometimes that skin gets stuck in your teeth, and then you're just like, I hate myself right now. I have to deal with this for another hour. Because you can floss it out, but it never comes
apple. I could eat a skinless apple.
Yeah, you just gotta. Sounds so weird, but just skin the fucking thing, carve out its guts.
It's got to be a naked apple.
Get you one of them. Get a peeler and hook it up to a fucking drill, and there you go.
There you go. But in all seriousness, we got to investigate something. Like, no joke. Got to make something happen, goddammit, because
fiending for fiends.
I have all the fucking equipment ready to go for it, including an old style fucking recorder that has IR night vision on it.
I mean, we tried doing that investigation a while back, and that was just kind of a bust.
Yeah, but
fucking scariest thing we found there was a used condom.
Yeah, that place is one of those that it's kind of it's hit or miss, really.
I feel like a good place for you guys to look, especially down there, would be forts. Any forts of like
I was fine.
Arizona was like a territory, you know,
like Spanish forts. Mm-hmm. There's a couple of them.
Yeah, those would be great places.
The warehouse is also a good place.
Yeah, that place is weird. I don't like that place.
Yeah, it's very haunted. It was to the point where Duffy thought I was sitting there like whispering shit to him when I was actually in the office in the bathroom and he was on the complete opposite side of the warehouse in the warehouse.
That's fucking nuts. And another one instantly popped in my head. Mines.
I worked in one.
Like, talk about, I feel like there's a lot of creepy shit that happens in, especially if you find like old mines, like up in Montana, there's a place, I don't remember. I think it's called, trying to remember the name, can't remember it off the top of my head, but an old mine collapsed. Like they had a huge carbon dioxide explosion go off in there and pretty much wholly collapse the mine and kill hundreds of miners.
I mean, well, look at the real Silent Hill, Centralia, Pennsylvania. It's had a coal fire burning that killed a lot of people and destroyed the whole fucking town, basically. There's only like between 7 and 15 people, some shit, that still live there.
7 people that live there. Maine, I mean, that's where Stephen King wrote all of his horror books. There's a reason why he did that. I mean, Maine is literally constantly next to water, and all the creepy things that he wrote about, you have to think at some point, part of them must have been true.
Yeah, there's everything like that comes from some sort of truth. I mean, I won't delve into it too much because that would be like a whole separate episode, but there's a theory going around that movies and all that shit
have been exposing us to it for a long time.
Like they come from truth. It's just travelers in time.
I mean, The Shining, I mean, that is a real place where The Shining took place is a real hotel in Colorado.
I've seen a couple investigations there. It's pretty good.
I believe the dudes that did that Ghost Hunters TV show actually own it. Grant and Jason, I think. Some crazy shit though. That'd be a fun place to stay, or the Jerome Hotel. It's just fucking expensive.
I mean, you're paying for a ghost experience.
Yeah.
Well, no, they don't even guarantee that you get the room.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a haunted hotel, so they charge you for that and not even guarantee that you're going to experience something.
Really?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they're pretty fucked up. But again, that would have to be for a conspiracy episode, because God only knows we got plenty of those to go around.
There's always more conspiracy theories.
Right. But as far as this episode of Tale goes, I think we're about there. But I do want to thank Mr. Coffee Horse for joining us.
Yeah, of course. Been a blast.
And we might have to bring you back for a conspiracy episode, because it sounds like you got quite a bit of those too.
That'd be a lot of fun. I could make a list. It wouldn't be that hard.
Hell yeah. Well, as always, keep an eye out, because we're always finding some sort of crazy shit for you guys. But until the next one, this has been Tales from Helheim.
Don't touch the ghosts.